may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalkradio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
All right, no Cindy. Cindy is lost. Somebody, if you find her, please send her home. Put a big note on her with a sign that says, "This is where you have to go," because we've lost her. We don't know where she is. All right, everybody, thank you for joining Paratalk Radio here. Hopefully Cindy will catch up. I have the man tonight. I have Mr. Dave Schrader here. He is awesome. He is actually working with one of my friends and one of my favorite people in the world, Alexander Holzer. Her father was a great inspiration for me. He was one of the reasons I got into the field back 34 years ago. And Dave, I'm so happy you're here joining us, sir.
Hey, thanks a lot for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So a couple tricky things happens here with StreamYard. It's same as like Zoom, and I don't know if you're familiar with that. What happens is, depending on how many people are on at the same time with Facebook and streaming, because COVID, things slow down, start up, go out of sync, but it'll eventually catch up.
No problem. You're absolutely fine. Just keep doing what you do.
That is awesome. I didn't know you were so funny. That's cool. That's awesome. Oh, so actually, the first question that I have for you right out of the gate, before we get into anything else, is how is your situation with this whole COVID thing? How are you dealing?
Pretty good. I mean, it's a tragedy, of course, but I'm given time to be with my amazing wife and my kids, and I can't complain about that. Anytime I can get this back, I'm reminded right now with everything going on how precious life really is. And I know that sounds hokey and trite, but I just lost two friends last week.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
And you just realize how fast it can go. So I'm enjoying a lot of downtime with my wife and my kids, and just soaking it up and recording a lot of episodes of Darkness Radio and doing a lot of studying on Hans's files and reading up for future cases when we get back to filming the rest of the season 2.
And he wrote like 120 books, so there's like all those books and all those files and so much to read and so much to learn.
Oh yeah.
Kudos to you.
Well, he wrote, I think it's 145 books. Now, luckily, of those, he's got quite a few on witchcraft and UFOs and other things. So the ghosty stuff is more limited. But with that said, we have files and files and files that didn't even make it into his books, that there was so much for him to plumb. So we've got a lot that we're still reviewing and going through.
But that's amazing that he kept all that, because this is one of the things that I personally have said on my show 1,000 times to paranormal investigators and ghost hunters alike. People, you have to save your files. You have to save what you're doing. That's very, very important for your work. So you need to put that away, whether it be thumb drives, the old magnetic tape, whatever. You have to, throw it somewhere.
Well, Hans knew that these cases were never truly solved, that you may have peeled back one layer of the story, but others may reveal themselves once you've moved that aspect on. And that's what we're finding in a lot of these cases is we're tapping into the next element or continuation of the case he was dealing with that he may have had trouble helping these spirits cross over. So we're going to take a stab at trying to get some answers.
Well, this is awesome, because I had Alexandra on the show, not on this one. Oh yeah, on this show, because I run 2 shows, and we've talked about it a couple times. Her and I usually get on the phone maybe once or twice a year to kind of catch up. But she was really excited about this before it actually started happening. And then when the first season came through, the first few episodes, I called her up. I said, "Oh my God, well, this is amazing. Where did you find these guys?" I didn't even know who you were, to be honest. And I'm like,
"Well, thanks, everybody. Have a good night."
I'm like, I don't know him. I said personally, I don't, but I go, he's good. He's really good. He's thorough. He's good as a lead for this team. It's amazing. I loved it. So
yeah, I was lucky enough to in our first year on the air, we interviewed Hans Holzer. We were the last radio interview that he did. We did it. We had a night with Alexandra and then Hans Holzer. They'd both released a book at the same time. So she and I became friends, and then I used to host live big events all over. And when we came out to Eastern State Penitentiary, I hired her to be a speaker at one of the events. And then we just struck up a friendship. I brought her on. I think she was on twice with me on Paranormal Challenge on the Travel Channel. And then when they reached out to me to be a part of this program, and I knew it was walking in the shadow of Hans Holzer, and that his daughter was a part of this.
Right.
It was a no-brainer for me to want to join in.
Yeah, and she, for over the past few years of us talking, she's always wanted to pick up where her dad left off.
Right.
But being, a mom, I mean, that's the first thing for her, being a family, having a family. It's tough to just do that, but I have a lot of respect for her, a lot of respect. I think she's an amazing individual. And to pick up where father left off and try to go through all this stuff, and just, it's tough work. It's not easy, and I'm glad that she's got you to sit down, and go through this stuff as well. I mean, to actually share these files is amazing, because this is stuff that I think anybody that's been in the field for a long time would love to be able to do. So you're in a position where a lot of us are sitting back going, what a lucky bastard.
I sit there watching the episodes and I go, man, I'm a lucky bastard. So I agree. Getting a chance to hear these audio clips and watch the old videos and films. I mean, it's really, I truly feel gifted that I've been given this opportunity. So,
oh, he's feeling lucky, guys. He's feeling real lucky. So I just started an extra watch party here because I'm not sure what's going on with Cindy, and hopefully I can get her to make her presence known somewhere. She's a psychic. She should have known this wasn't going to happen. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
I heard you.
All right, so you have a psychic as well on Holzer Files. I heard she's fantastic.
She is. Cindy Keza.
Yeah.
Is our medium that we work with. She's a psychic medium, sensitive, and she's really amazing.
Yeah, with the episodes I've seen her, and she does a lot with Now, is she an empath? Because I think some of the stuff with her kind of comes, it's just not like a standard mediumship. I mean, she's getting a lot of emotional stuff as well at times, and I'm like, wow, she's really talented.
Yeah, she's very tuned in. She works at it. This isn't just a weekend gig for her. There's a lot of, in the last 14, 15 years since the the paranormal became popular and in vogue, everybody is a medium and a psychic. Isn't
that amazing?
Yeah. So Cindy, not only is she trained, she lives this. She does yoga every day. She meditates every day. It broadens her horizons. She's constantly working on the intuitive aspect of her life. So she treats this like a musician with a finely tuned instrument. She doesn't just let it sit there. She tunes it. She polishes it. She's always working it to get the best of her abilities.
Yeah. And little Mr. Shane, we actually had him on the show with us here prior, and we had a lot of fun with him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Guy.
He actually happened to be on when we had Tony DeVille from Ink Masters on.
Oh, sure.
And they kind of got going, and Tony said to Shane that you show up at the Rochester Winter Parafest and I'll give you a tattoo for free. So
no.
I guess he'll show up because he wants a free tattoo. It's going to be amazing. So
you just tell him that he's got to get a tattoo of my face on him, though.
I'll tell him. Look at that. Miss Cindy is here. We found her.
I'm sorry, guys. So my phone wouldn't connect at all. I tried doing it, and I was trying for a little bit before I messaged you, and then I had to make some food for myself. Do I look okay with this camera? This is my new computer.
It looks okay. You need to get some light, a little bit of light more, but I think it looks fine for now.
I have that.
What?
I can do that for you.
See, people with hair, you can get by with all kinds of light. Whatever angle I'm at, I just bleach out.
It's that whole glare thing working. That's why I wear a hat.
Is this
look like I'm filming something from Blair Witch.
The Blair Witch. That's hysterical.
Well, Cindy, I don't know how much you caught. I know you were busy trying to get things going there, but we were just basically talking about Shane being on the show with us, and about Tony, where I was actually getting a tattoo at the time Shane was on the show. I was under the needle at the time, so.
Yes, you were, my friend.
Yeah, but it was a good time. Cindy, I just got your message saying I'm having issues. Give me a sec.
See, that was quite
that
a while
was weird.
ago. I'm telling you, it was completely effed up.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
It is.
Okay, so. Well, anyways, Cindy, I kind of just went into it like normal. The only thing I didn't do was your hi, everybody. So.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. I was waiting for it. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to say real quick to everybody and then get back to it. We're going to say hi, Barry Martz. Hello, Jamie Gambler. Yep. Diane, Monique, Shar, Toby. I'm just going to mention first names, guys, because there's a lot in here. Watch Party, Ronald, Nick, Michelle, Pamela, Ian. Ian? It's Ian.
I just have to do it that way.
Ian. I think it's Ian, not Ian. Ooh, I screwed that one up. I'm sorry, boy.
But it was just fun because I made it from a song. Oh my gosh, my hair is driving me to drink already.
Roy.
Complain to me about your hair, please.
Another Michelle and Patricia. Welcome, everybody.
I'll try not to, Dave.
All right, so finally, the whole clan is here, and we're good to go.
Hail, the gang's out here.
There we go. Oh, by the way, Dave, I'll warn you, she thinks in lyrics, so from time to time.
We call it that's on my radio show.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so Darkness Radio, you guys, it's been around for a while, right? I mean, how many years?
Napkin, no, please.
14 years.
Wow. Cindy.
I'm eating my sandwich.
Sandy, he's been around for Darkness Radio 14 years. 14 years. We just celebrated.
14?
Yeah, what did we celebrate?
4.
Four and a quarter. 4.25 years. But see, is yours podcast radiocast, like that? Or is it?
We were talk radio for 8-10 years, and then we just rolled over to the Podcast One network 4 years ago to join the Jericho network.
Nice.
So we were on regular radio, and then I was doing that. I became a fill-in host on Coast to Coast AM. So I was one of the weekend hosts, and did that. And then I spent 2 years hosting Midnight in the Desert, which was Art Bell's final show.
Yes, it was actually.
So we did that for 2 years, and then I stepped away to focus more on my show, Darkness Radio, and with filming for the Holzer Files, and then everything came to a screeching halt here. So
yeah, no, I get it. That's a lot. I mean, the whole thing with podcast radiocast or videocast, like what we're doing with the mixture, it's amazing because they told you, like when I first got into this, it's like you're lucky if a podcast lasts 12 months or 16 months. It doesn't really last that long. So for us at 4 years when we celebrated, I'm like, God, we're either doing something really right or something really wrong, and we're too stupid to just, unplug everything.
I'm sorry I'm eating. I'm starving, you guys.
Well, I'm okay. I'm all right with it. I want to say hello, Phil. Hello, Todd. Hello, Robin. Hello, Robert. Hello, Steve. Hello, Mike. Hello, Stefan. Wow. Hello, Patrice.
Give me 1 second.
All right. So we got lots of people coming in here for you, Dave. So we're going to have a blast tonight, I hope.
Excellent. All
right. So as my hero said, let's get to the rat killing. That was Mr. John Wayne, believe it or not. So Holzer Files, you kind of explained how you got into that. Which was really awesome. But I want to know the feeling, like when you first, like one of those science fiction things, you first open the vault. Did you get that feeling like, oh my God, hair standing up on your arms? I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, and it was weird because like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Alexandra and I were both tied to a post, and I said, "Don't look, Marion! Don't look!"
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But yeah, no, it was great when they brought me in and then they allowed me to see, and I'm holding his handwritten files, and we're listening to his old reel-to-reel tapes and listening to his voice and
right
mediums, and it is so bone chilling to hear these original recordings that are 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. It's amazing.
The mediums, like the listening to what you guys were able to put on the TV show, sitting and listening to that. I like, and this is something I told Alexandra, was like, I like the fact you guys are actually playing clips of that. You know, not just saying, oh, because you could have simply just said, oh, we've been going through the files and not play any of it. But I think that kind of brings the audience in more too, as well. It's like they're actually getting to hear this and what the medium's really saying. You know,
that's what we loved about the fact that we were able to marry all these mediums together: the old recordings, the old video footage, the photographs, and then blend them through the new episode and weave that narrative thread. So it really works out well.
Oh, I was so surprised. I mean, with what you guys were going through, I do have to ask because my mind won't stay off of it. When I was interviewing Shane, I asked him, I said, I go, why is it that there's Dave, like Dave, then there's Shane. I go,
that's called genetics. That's genetics. I'm 6'1", he's 5'12" or 5'10". So that's
but I'm like, but I'm like, why is Dave always sending Shane in places by himself, and he's getting scared to death?
Dave is lead investigator. Shane is the tech. So here's the real reason, right?
Parking order.
Here's why I believe each one of us has a very
role.
Important part in the show.
Right.
Role makes it sound like it's scripted.
That's true. That's true.
My strengths are to come in and to do these interviews with the survivors, with the experiencers, and to kind of drive that. Cindy, as your psychic Cindy can tell you, she's the voice of the dead. She's the conduit to that side. So you've got me talking to the living, she's talking to the dead, and then Shane is really a beautiful part because he kind of ties the viewer in. He's the reactive aspect of the viewer.
That's fantastic way to put it.
And so we all come together to create this really nice wheel, and then we've got we've got the blessing and the gift of Alexandra being able to give us some insights into her father's work. And then Gabe Roth, who is so good at breaking through all these files, digging out the details. And when I send him off on little ghost chases, hey man, what is this? I need to know more. He's the guy that roots around and gets deeper into the details and will fill us in. And I think they're going to focus on that a little bit more this season 2.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because you didn't get to see how integral he was to the team as well. So each one of us plays an important part to how this investigation goes down. The other thing is, in all honesty, we're in a lot of old places.
Right.
And I'm 6 foot, 6'1". If I'm wearing heels, 6'3".
Stilettos no, that wouldn't be stilettos.
No, that
like to dress fancy. What can I say?
Stiletto 6'4", 6'5".
Shane is shorter than me, not by much, but he's shorter than me, and it's a lot easier for him to get in to the crawl spaces. And
right. Oh, yeah.
Episode, he went down into the basement, right? You see him go down, and he's standing there, and the ceiling is right here, right? Right here above his head. And when I went down there, the ceiling was about here. Right. I would be awkwardly on camera like this.
Right.
And that doesn't play well. When Shane can stand there unimpeded. Plus, let's face it, the guy's reactions are great. Oh. I've been doing this for 14 years, and Cindy is a medium, so we don't get rattled that often.
Right.
And he's been a good investigator and doing what he's doing, but he'll admit he has never been in amped up experiences like we're seeing right now. So his reactions are so beautiful and pure that I would hate, but I will say, with that said, and I hope they keep it in, there is a great, during this new season, I tell Shane, to go down in the basement, and he basically says, "You go in the basement." And I hope it makes it, because it was a great moment and it caught me off guard. He had a great point, and I won't tell you why he was forcing me to go to the basement, but it makes sense. So
I can't wait.
Roles at different points on how it needs to be handled, and he plays it very well.
Yeah, I personally, when the Holzer files came out, and Cindy will tell you that I was so excited. I couldn't wait. I was like,
dying.
First of all, I had to say this, and the people on Paratalk Radio know this, that follow us, that I pretty much say it the way it is. I don't go the long way around the barn. If I don't like your show, I tell you I don't like your show, and we've watched
on our show.
Yeah, but we've watched all these other shows. I mean, that's a part of our job, being in the radio business and interviewing people. So we take and watch these shows and pick them apart and so on and so forth. But you get sick and tired of seeing the same person over and over getting possessed every episode, or sorry, Cindy, or I'm trying to be nice here, but you want something different. Like when Ghost Hunters came out, and we have to give them kudos, because they're the ones that really started all this on the TV thing, to where in the United States we were able to see something we never saw before. Okay. Yeah. And so everything sprung off of that. Everything grew from there. So with Ghost Hunters, and then shortly after that was Ghost Hunters International. You had Ghost Nation, or Ghost Adventures. You had Paranormal State. But of course I was watching the British channel, so I was watching, some other shows. But I myself, there's only 2 shows right now that I watch. And the first one is the Holzer Files, and the second one is Ghost Nation. Those are the only 2 that I watch. They're the 2 that, to me, seem to be, first of all, interesting. It's not the same old. 2, the characters, or meaning the people involved, 99% of the time, their reactions, what they're doing, seems to be genuine. There's no, I'm going to use the word fakery, it's not put on. And you want that to come across from the television to the people that are watching it. And if they say, this is horseshit, and they turn it, then you just lost, one person. But what if, like, everybody's doing that, and they're not. Thank God they're watching you guys. The ratings are good on your show. It really is, and it's good on Ghost Nation. It's nothing against the new Ghost Hunters. I watch them too, but they're kind of like third. And I'm really, really impressed with you guys.
Thank you.
Can't say it enough.
He talks about you guys all the time. I wish I had cable just so I could watch you guys.
Yeah.
Well, you can get it on iTunes. You can also watch it on YouTube.
Wait,
just
okay. It's on. It is on, Dave.
There's no more excuses, Psychic Cindy, on why you can't watch the show.
Spirit didn't tell me.
You got to pay that spirit bill and get a different connection in.
Right.
Start charging it to somebody's. I don't know.
So what can I find it on YouTube as? Holzer Files?
Holzer Files.
Okay. I had no idea.
Yeah, we were going to call it Dave's Show, but everybody's like, what?
What?
Yeah, and I think there's a Dave's World, so you can't do that either. So, you can't do that either.
Look up Holzer Files, and it's actually the YouTube channel from Travel Channel, so you can watch them for like $1.99 an episode. I think it might even be cheaper. I'm not sure. But it's, for what it's worth, I think for the 10 episodes we did in season 1, it's worth the $15-$20.
Darkness Dave loves a kitten heel.
That's my little sister, my baby sister, who runs Snarky Tea, by the way. So if you guys love tea, you too, Psychic Cindy, because I know you got to be a tea drinker. Every medium is.
I love tea.
Then you got to get Snarky Tea. That's what my little sister makes. She's awesome. It's phenomenal.
Snarky Tea.
SnarkyTea.com. Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up.
You can try my favorite, which is Namaste Motherfucker. That's the best one.
Oh, awesome.
Wait, what was that one?
It's Namaste Motherfucker. That's one of the teas. She also has Get Your Shit Together.
Awesome.
Get Your Ass in Bed. She's got a bunch of great teas, but they're all very snarky titled, but they're amazing.
I love it already.
So it's snarkyteas.com.
It's just tea. SNARKYTEA.com.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to check that out, and we're going to put it on social media. We're going to have everybody check it out. So, thank your brother, Jenny. Thank you, brother.
Hey, shameless plug. Tammy Petty, thank you very much. I'm glad you love the show and the way we investigate. We're just trying to bring what Hans brought and with a new perspective and utilizing technology that wasn't available to him, history that wasn't available to him, and I'm really proud. I think we're doing a pretty good job of getting to the bottom of stories that even perplexed Hans Holzer.
I'm impressed because some of the episodes, what you guys were able to pull out. I mean, it just some of the stuff that maybe he even missed. It was amazing, and some of the links, like what the medium was talking about, and then what you dug up, and it was like this whole thing just kind of went.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow, amazing stuff. You guys are very good at what you do. Very, very good. In fact, Nick says Dave sure knows how to take care of business.
I try. I'm the second hardest working man in the paranormal.
Hello, beautiful Cindy and wonderful Ted.
Hi,
Thank
Timmy.
you. Thank you. We do. Uh-oh. When you were talking about the tea, Dave, was that a bleep, Dave?
No.
It should have been, but it wasn't. So, but
no,
we don't
bleeping here.
We do not bleep.
We do not
bleep.
All of the tins have they'll put wake your A asterisk up or namaste mother F blank blank blank. But you know what?
That's cute. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, Tammy, here's another comment.
Well, and that is important, trying to force each other to get outside of what we're normally used to doing.
Your comfort box. You got to get out of it.
Right. And challenging that. And I'll give, Shane takes a lot of crap online from people. Oh, he's such a baby. And why does he run? He's normal. He's human.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing. You get all these people that are armchair quarterbacks watching paranormal shows. And I never run and bullshit. I have watched some of the biggest, toughest, meanest people in my life run like a scared 3-year-old girl out of a room when something happens. So it's real easy to sit at home and watch the hold up coming. But when you're being told these stories and then you get put in a dark basement where there is no light source at all, and then you start to hear something moving around you, and when your eyes get adjusted, you see a figure dart in front of you. If you're not a little jumpy, then you're high. That's
yeah.
Time to reel back the Xanax.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I mean, I've seen some of the shows where they bring in this big buff wrestler or these guys that are supposed to be mean, and they're running. I mean, literally getting the shit scared out of them, and they run. And you know what? It's good that they have that reaction because it actually helps us in the field because it shows us that, people like that can point us to a direction that something actually did happen. Let's go figure it out now. Because if there was no reaction, I'd be like, what's up? So personal experiences, even though you can't really say that it's evidence or pushes you to any type of evidence, it does give you an arrow, which I call an arrow. It points you to a direction. And that's something that is very important. You can't throw out personal experiences. You just can't.
No, it's an integral part of what we do because, just because you didn't capture it on video or audio doesn't mean that it wasn't as real.
Right.
When I got hip checked, knocked on my ass at Whaley House.
Whaley,
there's nothing. You don't see anything bum rush me. You don't see a swash of light or an orb float by.
You go.
You get hit in the Shane and hit the ground.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. You can't see it. Does it mean it didn't happen? No, it happened. It happened. My back and my neck were killing me for close to 2 weeks. I got so hard. And listen, what brought us into these things wasn't necessarily somebody capturing something on video or audio. What brought us in was their personal experiences and the things that they saw for themselves. So I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I totally agree. 100%. That's what I was saying. And, when that episode of the Whaley House that you were talking about, I mean, I watched that part over and over and over just because I wanted to see, did you really get hip checked? You know, and in fact, I brought it up to Shane, Cindy, if you remember.
Yes, I do.
And I said, I go, how did Dave feel about that? I mean, because that's when you have a personal experience, like you were saying, like something go across your face, or you see something dark. When you get touched or hit or pushed for the first time, it's different. It actually throws you off your game for a second, and you're like,
well, if you notice, when I hit the ground, I turn back around, half expecting, because it is so dark.
Right.
I'm truly expecting that it must have been one of the camera guys trying to work his way around me to get a shot and trip into me and hit me, because it felt like that big and heavy of a force, like somebody carrying a big camera hit me. And when I turn around and there's nothing there, my brain, that's why I just said, I got to get out of here for a minute, because I couldn't even process what had just happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to bring you back to the armchair drivers, the ones that are sitting there, you know, armchair investigator, whatever.
Right.
Let's just say, I mean, a lot of these people that watch these shows honestly think they're investigators. Oh, I've ghost hunted before. I've done this. I've done that. Horseshit. Get yourself out there and work with some people in some places that are notorious for having physical, you know, things happening. Or
actually, I disagree.
You know,
don't get yourself out there, because it's the morons that go out there thinking they know everything and go into a location and stir shit up and then pull out.
And then they don't know what the hell, how to fix
little
it.
children. Yeah, that's what makes it worse for the people that have to stay there.
Right, I get that, but what I was trying to make the point is they're judging you for what they're seeing on TV, and you know, if you really think it's that easy or that fake or whatever, get your ass out there, because it is different. It's an experience that most people that are sitting there in the lazy boy chair or on the couch, or you know, saying, "Oh, this is a bunch of horse shit," you know, and it's not. I mean, why? Okay, so I can understand the whole thing behind TV. Oh, it's entertainment, and we say that, Cindy, all the time. Your paranormal shows are entertainment.
Yeah,
but
for the most part.
But there are truths, and we say that too. There are truths to stories. There are truths to everything that's put out there, and you have to give it a chance. Instead of being so focused, so like narrow in front of yourself, open yourself up to something new, to something that just might exist or might just be there. People are so willing to believe in God or some fairy tale or whatever, but when they're faced with something like this, instant like shutdown. Well, why? You know, and that's always gotten me. It's like, come on, guys, come on. Well, you know,
to be honest, I'm good friends with the guys from Ghost Adventures. I'm good friends with the guys from Ghost Hunters and Ghost Nation and all these shows. I've been working for 14 years in this field, and I get along with everybody. And the thing is, you know, these are my friends, and I've watched them, and I'm like, come on, somebody hit you like that. And until it happens to you, I've always measured it with a grain of salt when people talk to me about being physically pushed, shoved, scratched. I'm very cautious. You know, it may be real to you. I just don't know it. So that's why I said when I got hit, my first thought wasn't demon or ghost. It was what dumbass just tripped over the carpet and fell into me, you know? And my celebrity ego was like, how dare you touch the Dave? So, don't you know who I think I am? And when I turn around and there's nobody there, my paradigm was rocked, and I had to sit back. And then we did the episode on the USS Constitution.
Constitution, I think it is the Constitution.
Constellation, I want to say. And I was following around this little spirit, and I was getting activity. Then I get distracted by something dripping, and it looked like blood dripping. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And as I'm talking, and I'm holding my recorder out. So I've got my arm out to the side. I'm like this, holding it out. And all of a sudden, I just feel something clamp down on my arm like a kid biting me. And it just hit me and wouldn't let go. And like it jerked. I dropped the recorder, and I had trouble pulling my arm away.
Wow.
And I was, freaked me out. That was like another one of those holy shit minutes. What just happened?
Right. Wow. Well, we got another.
Giving them their due need for attention.
Yeah. James Michael, how much filming of season 2 was completed before you had shut down?
We got 5 of the 13 episodes in the can. We were just filming the 6th episode where I had the knife raised and I was about to sacrifice the child for the episode. We were going to try something different this one.
Something new.
No. We started filming on the 6th episode. We filmed one day. I did some interviews, and then the crisis broke out, and we just thought it was better for everybody to get home because we didn't know. This is at the beginning when they're like, airports are going to be closed down, hotels are going to be closed down.
Yeah.
Interstate travel might be closed down, and none of us wanted to be separated from our families, so we scattered to the 4 winds, and that was it, because you've got Shane out in Georgia, Cindy out in Colorado, California area. I'm out in the Midwest, and then we were out on the East Coast. So we just all wanted to get home to our families because we didn't know what was going to happen next.
Right. So Nick says, not to mention he's also great friends with us and helped us out at the Chicago Ghost Con. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
And Jeff, you're a little late. I think you figured it out. Pretty sure it was constellation.
Thank you. Jeff Johnson's been one of our buddies and been to our events for the last 14 years. He and his lovely wife, Nina, and their great kids. And by the way, happy birthday, Ben.
There you go.
Happy birthday, Ben.
All right. So Terry Davis, he's over on the watch party. He says, I remember growing up, my cousin and I would go to the public library every Saturday, and Hans Holzer was our favorite books.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think I could go in my bookcase right now and get my Hans Holzer Witches book.
There you go.
Yep.
Tammy Petty says, I think Shane's funny. I like when he gets scared. He gets scared a lot.
Well, you also have to remember that we're there over the course of a week.
Right.
And we film a lot. So he's not scared a lot. You just get to see the 3 times in an episode he gets a little jumpy. Right? And when you're sitting there and you feel somebody grab you through the wall, you have every right to get a little jumpy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. Dick Johnson loves the Dave.
Thank you, Dick Johnson. I appreciate that.
His name is fantastic. That's all I have to say.
If his middle name's Peter, we're done.
Done.
Wait a minute. Robert, my hat is not see-through. It's black. You can't. What is it? Is it see-through to you?
It's blending in with the green screen behind you. So once in a while, part of your head vanishes, and I see Psychic Cindy's polka dot shirt or whatever that is. Oh, the dog underneath There you go.
Wolf.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yep.
The wolf on the microphone.
Pimp at it? Should I pimp at it or?
Yes.
Pimp.
I love the pimp hat, actually.
I do this, and it's going to be even worse.
Oh, yeah. You can't see you at all.
Now it looks like you're wearing those.
Your brain is gone.
Whatever they're called.
Wait. Go to the old standby. There we go.
There you go. It'll be less disappearing.
Jack Daniels. No, we're not sponsored by Jack Daniels, but we should be.
But we are sponsored by Snarky Tea. When you want the best tea, try snarkytea.com.
Oh my gosh, you need to do a commercial.
I have. I've done a couple of them on my Facebook and YouTube pages and all of that. So
send it to us. We'll run it. What the hell? I don't care. We'll run it. We'll run it. So just so you're aware, Mr. Dave, Mr. Robert White is from Australia. He's one of our followers, and he's a smart ass. I will tell you that, though. So be aware. be afraid. Very afraid. Okay. Let's see here. Hello, Gregory. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Tamara. I love that name, Tamara.
Romper Room.
Yeah.
And Michael.
And Tanya.
Bumper Boo.
Mr. Shane Pittman has joined. Hello, Shane.
Who?
Shane?
Yeah.
Not familiar.
Not familiar.
I
mean, maybe we could jog your memory.
Yeah. Love you, Dave.
I love you too, Shawnee.
All right.
You guys are adorable.
I refer to him this season. Everything is season 2 Shane. He's a little different this season. So
really?
Season 2 Shane, yeah.
Why is he different?
I don't know. Season 2 got to his head, I think.
Shane, if you want to pop in here to join us, you are more than welcome. Just let me know. Let's see.
I'm a little threatened right now.
Shane, we already talked about you coming to the Winter Parafest and getting your tattoo and your whiskey. Let's see. Let's talk about The Other Side, the book. You're also a co-author, it seems to be. Can you give us a brief idea of what? I've never read the book. I don't even have a copy of it, but I've got to get a hold of it. So can you give me a brief idea what that's about?
Yeah, it's about the other side.
I knew you were going to do
Was that brief enough?
Thank you, folks, for joining us. We had such a great night here with Mr. Dave Schrader.
Now you know why my sister named her tea company Snarky Tea. It's running in our blood.
Right.
It's called The Other Side, a guide to ghost hunting and the paranormal. And we wrote it for everybody. They ended up slapping the word teen on the cover because when it came out, Twilight was all the rage.
Oh.
They figured, let's jump in on it. I guess sparkling vampires equals ghost hunting. So it's The Other Side, a teen's guide to ghost hunting and the paranormal, but it is literally written for everybody. It's a very easy read. We go through everything of what are orbs, to why we put together a team, how we put together a team, what protection, all of that stuff. We try to make it really good, comprehensive, but an easy, fun, light read, so that when you're doing it, you're reading it, we're entertaining you, educating you, and enlightening you, and you never get really bogged down by anything over technical. I have copies. I've got some of the last copies available. If people are interested, they're $10. I'll sign them for you for 10. If you don't want them signed, they're 25. And we do have a deal right now. If you buy 2, I'll charge you for the price of 3. I don't do that for everybody, but your audience deserves the very best.
We get the very best.
No. Dave, where can they get a hold of those books?
Usually at rummage sales, mostly underneath people's lopsided coffee tables to balance them.
Oh, God.
Find them. And if they can't find them there, then just email me, dave@darknessradio.com. Tell me you want an autographed copy of the book. For $10, it's like $6, $7 shipping and handling. We'll sign them out and get them out to you right away. My wife sends out an invoice. You pay for it. We'll send them out to you, and you get a gift item with each one.
All right. So you guys, I will put that link. In here as well.
Darknessradio.com.
There you go. We have as she says, first
darknessradio.com.
Dave at darknessradio.com.
Dave at darknessradio.com.
Okay.
All right. So
Dave at darknessradio.com.
Oh, Diana Miller, first time on. Here, long time listener. Well, hello, Diane. Diana Miller. And yes, Diana Miller.
Ben said, thanks for happy birthday, Uncle Dave.
Yep.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome to adulthood. Man up and get a job.
Get a job. How old is Ben?
I think he just cracked 18.
Wow. Was this his senior year of high school?
I believe it is. Yeah. And he's done such a great job.
Kid. I feel so terrible for all the seniors this year. They are missing out on so much stuff.
They are.
My son Nathan is a senior at Rose Holman Institute in Indiana, and he is an exemplary athlete. And this was his last year, and he was breaking records in track and field. And they got to the big meet, and literally were there that morning, and they canceled the meet, and they canceled school and everything. So he doesn't even get to go graduate properly. He doesn't get sworn in for his military start properly. Everything is he really got shorted and short.
Yeah.
Something
my son's girlfriend. Yeah, my son's girlfriend. It's the same thing for her here. I mean, she's a senior and she doesn't get to do anything. My son was going to, we were talking about taking her to prom and stuff because she'd never been to
prom. You know why? This is okay. Because for years, all we've heard is You know,
is that right?
I had to go climb, uphill backwards in a snowstorm over broken glass to get to school. Nobody's had those experiences. So, right. And then our generation, we had to actually go outside and play. And when we wanted to talk to a friend, we had to pick up the phone and dial it, and it was attached to a wall.
Right.
For those days. So our kids have nothing to share with their kids. What were they going to be like? Oh, I started in dial-up. Right? So this at least gives them the year that I was graduating in 2020, the giant COVID crisis struck, and we liked it. We loved it. They got to have something to cling to that was musical in their life as well.
So my daughter was one of those that was in the dial-up days. So my daughter does remember having to use telephones and dial-up and having to wait for AOL to connect you.
And oh my God,
AOL.
We had 175 TV channels to choose from.
Right.
These kids have 22 billion, and they can watch Quibi and YouTube and Facebook channels and Instagram videos. They've got it easy.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
By the way, just so you know.
What's that? You're making fun of your sister? Is that what you said?
No, I said I was imitating my son with that.
Oh, your son.
And for those of you that are just joining us here, we have comedian Dave Schrader on the show tonight.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, the wrong one. I was going to say, did I do this right? Let me see.
Except for you put AT instead of the ampersand. So people will email me trying to do that, and they'll go, it never responds.
And it's supposed to be the A symbol. Is that what you're saying?
Dave at.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Of course, the international.
I will fix that right now. I will fix that.
That's hysterical, though. I love that you actually wrote it out, Teddy.
Well, hey, I was trying to get this. He only said it how many times? I was trying to get this,
Hey, to his credit, I did say at Darkness Radio, not Dave ampersand darknessradio.com.
Well, most of us know that when we say at, it means ambers. No, it's not ampersand. It's whatever that it's called. Ampersand is the one that's.
Hey, when I was growing up,
the ampersand is the little A in the circle, isn't it? That's the.
I don't know. Now I have to look it up.
Well, when I was growing up in the late 60s and early 70s, we had that phone too, but it was on a little black phone, and you actually had to pick it up off this two-fork thing, and
Did you have to be careful so the dinosaurs didn't step on you when you were out there doing those phone calls?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In the 60s and 70s. Great Scott, man.
Just so everybody's aware, tonight's episode is brought to you by
DeVille.com.
DeVilleInc.com. Tattoos, piercings, and more. So make sure that you tell Tony and Casey we said hi. So
are they on tonight? I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen them, but
I wasn't even a thought at that time. Listen, Shane, I think you can stop talking now.
It's cute that he thinks that even when he was conceived, he was a thought.
Oh,
stop it. So I just looked it up. And what I did is I literally just said, I just typed in @ sign. It says the @ sign is normally read aloud as at. It is also commonly called the @ symbol or commercial @ It is used as an accounting and invoice abbreviation, meaning at a rate of, and then it gave an example, but it is now seen more widely in email addresses and social media platform handles.
Pay attention.
Okay, now I'll just say ampersand. Ampersand.
Oh, Shane. Shane. Oh, Shane.
That's the ampersand. All right.
That's in a talking.
So are you reading what Shane wrote?
I want one of your books, Dave. I'm running low on toilet paper.
I can help because I have a couple too that are still sitting here collecting dust.
I don't blame him. There's no pictures in it, and Shane really gets stupefied if there's no pictures.
So is this what it's like on the set?
Yeah, behind the scenes. I got it. Honestly, I knew Shane before this, but we weren't tight buddies or anything. We just knew each other and everything. We got out there, and the two of us bonded. We became brothers, and I love the guy. Honestly, we get along great. That's
what he said too.
We pick on each other. We tease each other all the time, and just have a good time. And it makes the job so much more enjoyable because we have to stay separated from Cindy. Because we can't.
I try.
Not this Cindy.
No,
our Cindy.
Yes, you're Cindy.
I'll trade Cindy's anytime.
No, you won't.
So we have to stay away from her. So the two of us really kind of hang out, and otherwise I'd just be alone out there. And he has been a lifesaver. We just, we enjoy each other's company and having dumb, fun little things to do together, and it's all good. Yeah,
nothing but love.
Plus, he's good at hiding bodies. I've been told.
Oh, we could hook you up with somebody named Stitches that's really good with hiding bodies too.
I mean, yeah.
And Mungie.
Our horror clowns. Our horror clowns.
Horror clowns. Yeah, they're
HWHORE. Horror clowns.
No, it's not. It's HORROR. Now stop.
No.
Behave.
WHORE. Horror clowns.
See what I have to put up with? Shane's like, shh.
That's hysterical.
All right, so let's talk about some of the other shows that you've appeared on. Let's say Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Challenge, you mentioned earlier, Paranormal State. If you don't mind, how is it working with all three of those shows? And plus, you have your own radio show, so God, you're right up there, man.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is as I said, I try to be the second hardest working man in the paranormal. I love doing what I do, and I've had a great chance to get out there. This radio show has opened up a lot of great opportunities for me to get the published book, and I'm working on a second book right now that hopefully will be going to press by the end of the year, talking about my life of experiences.
Nice. Shane, more toilet paper's coming.
Yeah, more toilet paper. Only this one's going to be more salacious. I'm going to talk about dirty things and throw celebrities under the bus. None of it's going to be true, but it'll sell a lot of books.
It'll sell great.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys about the time that we went out and investigated in an Iowa cornfield, and I left naked and alone Shane out in the middle of a cornfield, telling him, "No, this is how they used to investigate back in the day, Shane." So.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the people in the chat room, do not mention my name in any thought after he said that. Robert.
What is going on? What am
naked in the cornfield. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. No.
Hysterical.
Pat Gaynor says, Dave, I miss the Dave, Mally, and Tim team on Darkness Radio. The Dave and Tim team is great, but the flirting is awkward now.
Don't judge our love just because you live in a dark little shell that can't allow two men to love each other.
Yes, it's 2020, damn it. Get with the times.
That's right.
Oh, man.
We miss Mally, too, but she went and got married and moved away so she could be happy.
That would be a bonus episode for sure. Oh my goodness!
So, LOL.
Yeah. So Paranormal Challenge, I'm not familiar with. What was that actually? If you don't mind expanding on that a little bit.
Sure, it was a paranormal TV show.
Again, thank you for coming, guys. We had a great talk here with comedian Dave Schrader.
It's Paranormal Challenge was kind of a fun little show. Where Zach Baggins was the lead of the show. I was the lead judge. And what we did is we had two other judges that would join me. We'd alternate judges every episode, and we would take two teams. So we'd take Team Cindy and Team Ted, and your little, 3-person teams would go in and investigate, Eastern State Penitentiary. And we'd have you separated in different parts of the
I think I have seen that.
And we would judge you on the use of equipment, how well you knew the history, and then what type of evidence you would provide to us. And we had a great time filming that. It was a 13 episode mini series. And we had a wonderful time doing that.
That's fantastic.
That was back in 2009, I think.
Wow.
Wow. The Dave. I like how he puts it. The Dave.
Dave, that's fantastic.
Well, I used to joking. See this? People piss me off. Here's the funny thing, right? When we did our show, I've got a goofy personality, and we try to have fun. You take the paranormal too serious, and you can look like an idiot sometimes. So we like to loosen up and have fun. So I would refer to myself in third person from time to time as the Dave, and it was so obviously tongue in cheek. And I even have T-shirts that you say "All hail the Dave," and it had a caricature of me on it. And as a matter of fact, Jeff Johnson has one of those shirts. So you just used to have fun, but then I'd get so much angry mail. They're like, "Oh, you're such an arrogant prick, calling yourself the Dave. There's other Daves. There's other people that have been in." And I'm like, Jesus, you're just not getting it. And you try to explain it, and then they couldn't wrap their head around it. I just stopped with the Dave stuff, but. I dropped it a little bit earlier tonight, joking around about it. But I like, we like to have fun and goof around.
Yeah. Question here, Betsy. Yes, there will be more Holzer Files. Season 2 is. When is that being? What is that coming out?
We're hoping for fall. It's just we're kind of at the mercy of the shutdowns.
Right.
Because it says that it was delivered.
Okay. Let's see. Going from one to the other. Trying to keep up with everybody here. Valerie Laco. Hello. Thank you for joining.
I've known Dave as the Dave for years. Met him back in 2008 in Florida. Jason Marble said that.
That's right. The Dave. Woo! The Dave.
Jeff Johnson. I made a good friend in Beth Brown because of Paranormal Challenge. Cool. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, and maybe I'm showing my age, or maybe I was dreaming it, but there was a show where they took actors or people.
It was Celebrity Paranormal Experiment, I think it was called.
Yeah. I remember that. That was quite funny, too. It was funny because here are actors that are going through and doing these houses and their teams, and it just so happens some of them are really funny, but I do believe I watched the Paranormal Challenge, and it's always funny to see people's reactions when they've never done anything like that before. And
we were taking teams. We were taking legitimate paranormal teams.
Oh,
we were
okay.
playing them against each other and seeing which team could bring us the best evidence, and worked out well.
Right. So how Paranormal State, loved it. When it first came out, I watched a lot. There was, I think actually, Paranormal State was one where it got more of the younger generation involved. To be honest with you, because it was right up their angle. They were
perfect, Dave. I want to know what you were drinking, Dave.
I wish it was something cool. It's just some coffee. Coffee. Yeah.
I thought it was like Kahlua and cream or something.
It is not, and if it was, I wouldn't tell you. No, it's just straight up.
Daddy's got the Kahlua.
Yeah, but this one's a White Russian.
Yeah. Okay.
They're little minis. You get 4 in a pack.
I've never been a drinker, really.
No, well, I'm Irish. Always been a drinker. So, Dave, what other than obviously you're busy and you've got a lot on your plate with this stuff, what else do you enjoy? I mean, do you get into any, like the conventions of, obviously you do some of those, but do you do anything, I don't know, like the Star Wars conventions or anything like that, the sci-fi festivals or anything like that? Do you get involved?
Well, actually, not meaning to toot my own horn, but we started kind of these big paranormal conventions in 2006. Our radio show, Darkness Radio or DarknessEvents.com, we really kind of blew up and created these big theatrical events. And then we stopped in 2012. So we had about a 6-7 year run there. And then, I stopped because the Mayan calendar ended in 2012 and I thought we were all doomed. So That was it. But no, I did. I backed. It just got to be a headache and a heartache to do it, so I backed out for a while. But I attend all these, and then I've gone to Wizard World conventions, which are the big comic book conventions, and I do talks, and then I also host panels with some of the, Dean Cain from Lois and Clark, and
I love Dean Cain.
Barry Williams, Greg Brady, and Constantine, Matt Ryan, and I did a big Walking Dead panel, and then got invited to do the Walking Dead final cruise last year. So I really had
my gosh, that's amazing! My girlfriends went to it last year.
Yeah. Oh, so I was on it. I was on that last cruise, and it was great. So I've had a chance to really fly my freak nerd flag pretty high since we got to start doing this.
Robert White says, already Revenge of the Fifth here.
Oh, Australian. Yeah, they're time travelers.
They are time travelers.
Darkness events were the best, says Jeff.
I would agree.
Yeah.
We have... Don't you do them again? Have you thought about it?
It just, there were so many people, and it started watering down the field. Mm-hmm. And locations started wanting more and more money and giving us less and less access. There were so many people pulling at celebrities that it was like, part of the thrill of coming to our events was if you wanted to see Jason and Grant, or you wanted to see Nick, Aaron, and Zach, the only places you could see them were our events. And then all of a sudden they started appearing at all these events. And then it kind of took away some of the excitement. We were still selling out. I literally left while we were on top. We sold out every event, every time we did one. And by sellout, we do 230, 250 people at these events. And we had a great time. And we made great families. And I'm really proud of the fact that we did those events, because I had people that came in strangers or came by themselves and would meet lifelong friends, lovers, partners. Some met at one event, got engaged at another, and I presided over a few weddings.
Wow, cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Many children were born because of me.
Dave.
You see that nice little smile after he said that too?
That's a good one, Dave.
Aside from my 11,
to you, my friend.
Aside from the 11 my wife and I have, other people would have.
Wait, you have 11 children? Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm still trying to work off the baby weight.
You do not have 11 kids.
Yeah, actually, between my wife and I, we do. I had 8 children coming into this marriage. My wife had 3.
Wow.
So we have 11. My wife has 12 with me.
So, Linnell says Cupid Dave.
Holy cow, 11 kids. I can't, 8 kids.
Yeah, no. Linnell says Cupid Dave.
Yeah. Stupid Cupid. My oldest, I think 34. My youngest with my wife, her youngest boy is 8. So we have a pretty good spread. I said, just about the time my kids are going to get out of diapers, I'll be at the age I'll be going into them.
We got a comment here from Richard. He says, remember Pensacola Paracon many years ago?
Yep. That was a lot of fun. That was, I did a bunch of Florida Paracons, and those were great.
Got a noise. There we go. All right.
Teddy, am I too loud in this?
No, you seem okay. You seem okay. I love it, Dave. What? What did you say? What?
He said it was too loud before.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Dave.
We used to joke that the ladies would get pregnant just by walking by his table at events.
I'm a big hugger. So, the COVID, they stopped that, but people were always afraid. We've been trying to have a baby for years, and I'd go, come here and let me hug your wife. Don't worry, it'll be done by the time I let go.
Hysterical.
I got to tell you, Dave, you are not what I thought you were going to be. You are hysterical, first off. Down to earth, nice guy.
I just want to rub your head, Dave.
That's a little personal. You might get pregnant.
No.
Should I start? This is going to be my new side business. I'm just going to squirt lotion and slowly rub it on my feet. Charge $3.99 a second to watch me rub the lotion in, or I'll get the hose again.
Rub the lotion on the skin.
Oh my God! Oh, here we go. Apparently, we shocked Shane.
Well, I know I look super intense on the show. As a matter of fact, when I'm interviewing people, I really focus, and if we're standing one-on-one, I keep eye contact because I want to hear everything you're saying and pay attention.
Right.
Unfortunately, as you've seen, I have very expressive eyebrows.
Yes.
My eyebrows are bouncing all over the place when I talk to people. And I've had a few of these women that, they're like 5'2", so they're standing up here because I'm looking down at them talking and asking these questions. And at the end, they're like, Jesus, you scared the shit out of me. You look like my principal, like you're going to yell at me at any second. You're so authoritative. They don't know. But, a lot of the stuff is, and I got to give credits to the producers. They're like, we want you because of the intensity of what you do when you interview people, which is great. We also know you're funny and we know you can be really weird, right? But we can't have you be that way with the people here because they're coming in to tell you their scary stories. They're coming in to tell you why they're afraid of this location or how it's affected them. And if during the breaks you're cutting loose and joking around with people, it takes them out of that moment. So I have to be very intense on set. So Shane and I, Shane stands up for me a lot, like I do for him. People will talk about what a wussy he is for running out. And I'm like, no, he's not. He's human. And then he stands up for me a lot when people, they say what a bully and jerk I am to everybody and how mean I am to Shane. And then I tell Shane, you tell him I'm not mean to you, you little shit.
No, damn it.
Tactical Bigfoot Research has joined in and said, hello, guys. Well, hello. All right. So back a little bit, we had Chris T, who said 37 viewers are now expecting.
Hold on. Make it 39.
All I can think is that, a Dos Equis beer commercial? That's all I could think of at that point. Not a bully at all, Quiver.
You're right. And you remember that, Shane. Now get back down in the basement and stop running up here, you little bitch.
Woo!
That just made me want chocolate. I don't know. I got
I'm just worried. Shane he works out. He's in good shape. At some point, he's just going to give me like a throat punch when I'm yelling. You get back in the... Who's the lead investigator now, Dave?
Oh, now we got to go serious here. We got Shane says yes, Dad. So serious question. Miss Kelly asked, have you ever taken a spirit or entity home with you?
No, my wife gets really jealous, so I try to.
About that.
Yeah. No. Yes, I think I've had a few, but I can't see. Here's the deal. Obviously, I can't look at and see a spirit in my house and see the trail where it came from. Now, because I'm open, I don't know if I. Okay, how do you want to put this? Are either one of you smokers?
No.
Okay. You've been around smokers.
Yes.
You know they can be outside smoking. They come in, 10 minutes later, they walk past you, and you smell it. Cigarettes.
Yeah.
So smokers will suddenly kind of pull to other smokers. So I think because I'm in these locations, trying to communicate, trying to make connections, does that mean I took home Cindy's ghost? Or was Cindy just a ghost in my area who saw this kind of stink of cigarettes on me and came over to me because she knew I was already interested in that? So it's hard for me to tell, but I have had experiences after investigations, but I'm very cautious because I do have children and a wife, and I don't want to bring something negative and nasty home. I do a lot of prayer and work to try to keep myself clear after an investigation. And, something they don't always show on the TV shows, Shane, Cindy, and I are very respectful of the spirits. So a lot of times when we close an investigation, we do close it together as a team, and we'll say a closing prayer where we ask that any spirit that might be with us stays. Any spirit that is lost, we ask for the lights to come down, God to open up the heavens, whatever, to get these spirits back home. They don't show that often on TV because, unfortunately, you can believe in ghosts and fairies and the Loch Ness Monster, but if you evoke God's name too often, it pisses people off.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I don't tune in for a religious seminar. But I think it's important for people to know that we don't just go in there, poke a ghost, and then walk out. We go in and we try to, help them and cross them over, which is exactly what Hans Holzer did. So we may not always show it, but we offer to people, I may say, Cindy, thank you for having us in. If you need us, we're a phone call away. Don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone. Let us know what's happening. And if we have to, we'll come back as a team. Right. And we do those things. So we've shown that we, kind of do little prayers. We've had people like Reverend Bill Bean join us. So that's there. We hope that kind of conveys that this is something we do behind the scenes on a lot of the deals. Some places are very clear. I don't want you to try to clear the ghosts. I just want to know if I'm crazy. I don't want the ghosts to feel like they're not welcome here. So we're respectful to the homeowners, the business owners, and we're respectful to the history of these locations.
That's wonderful.
But you should be.
Yeah, but if there are lost spirits, we try to help them out. And I've had some scary, weird things happen at home. I was doing my radio show about a year ago, and we were on, at that point, I was on from 11 o'clock at night till 2 in the morning here in Minnesota, and I had my headphones on, I'm doing it, and I had my home studio, and my wife was in the studio working on something. As I'm doing the show, all of a sudden at 1:30 in the morning, the TV starts blaring from the living room. And I mute my microphone. I go, who the hell? Get out there and tell those idiot kids to go to bed and turn off the TV. So she goes out there and the TV goes off. A few seconds later, it starts booming again, and then it goes off. A few minutes later, she comes into the room during commercial break, and I'm like, what's going on out there? She goes, there's nobody out there. I can see all the remotes and the TV volumes just going up by itself. And I said, okay, well, you know what? Maybe my neighbor's got the same TV and the same remote. And doesn't realize he's kind of, is he sitting back watching TV? He's got it on his shoulder and he's tapping buttons and it's screwing with my TV. Right. Could be that. So I said, and she goes, well, that's what I thought too. She goes, until I unplugged the TV and then the DVD player started opening and shutting on its own. And we heard that, and I start to explain to the audience what's going on, and all of a sudden, boom! The side of the house sounds like a car hit it, and all of our power goes out. Wow! And we're the only house. It sounded like a transformer exploding, and I don't mean like we are Autobots. I mean it sounded like a transformer blowing, and shook the house, and we lost power. I was kicked off the air, and no other house in our area was affected. So we did some prayers. We did some prayers and some, work to just try to clear our area.
Right. Wow. Dave, I'm supposed to ask you UFOs. Any experience with UFOs?
Yes. Thank you for asking. Anything else, or was that all they wanted to know? Actually, the one episode of Paranormal State
on this topic.
The one episode I did on Paranormal State, I took the kids out of their comfort zone, and instead of hunting ghosts and demons, we went to the Isetti Ranch in Trout Lake, Washington, to hunt UFOs. The episode is called First Contact, and you can find it at I don't know where you can find it anymore. Maybe it's on YouTube. For $4, I'll reenact it in my bedroom. No. What's that? Oh, there's the light shining down on me from the UFO. So I've done that. I've seen some crazy UFO activity. I've had some cool experiences myself. So yeah, I firmly believe in UFOs.
Well, I was going to ask, like, you are an investigator, so I mean, for like paranormal investigators, period, I don't believe that we're just ghost hunters. We're in the paranormal because we like all of it and we want to be involved in all of it and try and find answers.
Right.
And we it's like with me and my groups, I mean, we're Bigfoot, we're UFOs, we're hauntings, we're all of that stuff, and I myself, I enjoy having that variety. Sometimes it does get a little boring, I guess, when you're doing the same thing over and over and you need a little excitement. So chasing a Bigfoot around.
Sometimes for season 2, I'll be dressing up as Bigfoot. Shane will be dressed as an alien while we investigate ghosts.
That was kind of funny because apparently Nick was on the same wavelength I was and says, ever consider hunting Bigfoot or other cryptids out there, Dave?
I would, but I'm a vegan, so
he doesn't hunt.
No. I would like to investigate some. Yes. As a matter of fact, Dr. Melba Ketchum has invited me to a location where she is confident I will have a Bigfoot encounter. I had one when I was a kid.
Wow.
And yes, if there's known activity, I have no problem going out and examining it. I'm fascinated by it. I've not been a big fan of the outdoors because the outdoors is full of icky, dirty things that want to poke or bite you. So I'm not always keen on that, but I would still be interested in going out Bigfoot.
So Shane, I've already got an alien-looking head, so it wouldn't be difficult.
Actually, we should switch. He should go as Bigfoot with all that hair he's got, and I should go as the big gray alien.
Christy London.
In my bean sunglasses.
Already.
There you go. There you go.
Christy said, "I like your guest already. He's my kind of smartass." LOL.
Kelly also is paranormal investigating like going fishing, mainly boring but super exciting when you catch one. That's what I figure it's like.
It is.
It is. Yes.
That's why we film for long periods of time. You got to remember, when we film an episode, we film for 5 days.
Yeah.
And we have to pare it down to 42 minutes worth of entertainment. So that's a lot of, when I do the interviews, my interviews are sometimes 90 minutes long to get 2 8-second sound bites.
Right.
We have to boil down to what really fit what we were looking for, and I don't mean that as in we're manipulating the story, but Cindy says something, Ethel says something. We're trying to put these pieces together. I talked to Ted. He has the key that puts those 2 pieces together. So we keep that part in, and we may not talk about some of the other things that are cool, but don't really fit the story.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know exactly how that feels. So does Cindy, because she was with me.
Yeah, we had a great time on Ghost.
Yeah, I was on the first season with Ghost Nation, and with Jason, and we filmed a good 6 days. We filmed, and then you have to find a way to take what you're going to use and dwindle that down to 45 minutes, 43 minutes, or whatever it was. And there's a lot of stuff. I mean, and what people don't understand, that even though you're filming a show, there's a lot of stuff that you don't see. There's a lot of things you don't hear. There's a lot of things that that you may just have to put on the shelf, even though you thought it was somewhat interesting or might be involved in the situation or whatever. But there's a lot more to what people think when it comes to putting or filming a show. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, we had a great time doing it, a great experience. And I will say to you guys that are in the chat rooms that I have spoken to Jason, and yes, we are trying to work out a date. So Jason Haas will be on the show hopefully soon, so you guys will be able to answer your questions there as well. What is this one here? Let's see.
Chris says, "Not me. I don't like the living stuff that can club you with a tree or snatch you away."
There you go. And plenty in Minnesota for cryptids, says Brian Parker.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm not. Again, unfortunately, there's also Lyme disease-ridden ticks and diamond rattlesnakes and piranha. Maybe not piranha. I'm not quite sure about that.
I mean, I'm not sure about piranha, but
yeah, and I think like this year, we've already here in New York State, we've already experienced a very high tick population already, and we haven't even.
Really?
We've had three days that was above 60, so that's pretty weird that the ticks are New York ticks. They're like the cryptids down in New York City. They
got attitudes or what?
Oh yeah. They got some really huge bling bling, and they're.
What in the hell?
Nick says we already got a cryptid here on the show. Which one? Come on, Nick. You started it. Christina Wolfhanger, I love the name. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Sue says, I work at Lizzie Borden's. Why do you think some of us are more prone to having experiences, Dave?
Some of us were dropped on our head more as children.
Some of us are just more that energy. That's
right. And here's the other thing, right? You know how you take a magnet, and if you take a paper clip and rub it on the magnet, then you take that magnet and touch it to another paper clip, it becomes attached and it'll actually go a few minutes. When you're especially working at a place like Lizzie Borden's and you're kind of in that energetic field, you're kind of becoming part of that energy. So it starts to attract to you.
That's a great way of explaining it, Dave. Very good.
I know. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
And that's Dave, please.
There you go, Sue. There's your answer. Normally, and God, I was thinking it was my other show, Talk with Teddy. Jeez, I've been so busy with that.
Well, thank you for the compliment, but don't call me God. Just stick with Dave. That works nicer.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Richard Johnson says our show Second Sight Paranormal TV has been awesome filming. We have 12 episodes. Check us out. Oh, go ahead and keep promoting yourself here. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Sure.
Well, you're the one who put it up there, Teddy.
No, it's a great show. It really is. If you get a chance to watch it, it's cool.
That's good.
Perspectives from other countries and other states that are doing this.
Yeah. You know, the thing is we've never, like here at Paratalkradio, we've always told other teams and other shows and stuff, feel free. Yeah. Send it over. If we know we can help you out, we'll do it. And the producer right now is letting me run everything. So I'm good with it. So right now, I like having
John.
Yeah, I know. But you know, the thing about this is the paranormal field is where we need to. Oh, you did go see John. That's awesome.
I wasn't kidding. I really did go see John.
I guess you did. We have to work together. I'm one of these people that believe that with paranormal investigation and all of us that are out there in the field, we really do need to find a way to work together with some of this stuff, because how are we actually going to find the answers if we don't share some of the findings that we have? To be honest with you, it's not a race. You know, it's not, ooh, I got all the toys first. You know, I really do think that there's conversations that need to happen. I really do.
Mm. Christy said, Dave, what was your scariest paranormal experience? Sorry if you have already answered the question. I came late to the party. We'll forgive you, Christy.
Scariest.
Being knocked was probably pretty. It probably shook you a little.
That was just more alarming. It was more like, again, I wasn't.
How dare you touch the Dave?
Yeah, right. I wasn't terrified, but it was a shock. Scary. I had a really weird experience at the Palmer House in Minnesota. We were doing a psychomantium experiment, and there was a woman. She didn't want to go in the room alone and do it. So I sat below her on the dais while she was up on the dais, standing, looking into the mirror with the candle flickering. And we saw something in the mirror that unnerved me, but that wasn't the scary part. So my eyes are kind of screwy from the low flickering light. And I take off my glasses and I stare off into the darkness, just trying to let my eyes adjust. And when I turn back around and put my glasses on, the woman standing in front of me, I can see her shadow standing behind her. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. A shadow doesn't stand behind you. It falls back. It should be on that wall. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at it, and I'm kind of looking up because I'm, again, sitting lower than her. I'm looking up, and I kind of lean forward, and the shadow bends at the waist and leans right down into my face.
Ooh.
And then stands back up. And that caused my sphincter to tighten pretty well. That I had a piece of coal up there where to come out with a really nice gemstone.
This is the second time I've talked about tight sphincters today. I kid you not.
You strike me as that kind of woman.
She is.
Oh, God.
Sphincter psychic. Woo, that's what you have to put on your business card.
My son just literally said, why are you talking about it then?
Nick says probably Dave's scariest moment was when he saw me perform karaoke. My Frankenstein at the Halloween party last year. So I don't know, Nick.
It's cute that Nick thinks I was sober enough to remember that.
Kelly says, I've had experiences since I was little, and I think once you believe in the paranormal, you are more open to having experiences because you believe. Also, I think people's energy vibrates at different frequencies, and some people just are tuned into the right frequency.
I agree with that. Well, I think there are some of us that have higher frequencies because humans have low energy frequency normally, low vibrational frequency. But some of us, like mediums, and those of us who have ADD, ADHD, and autism, and that are on the spectrum, I think we vibrate naturally higher. It's just something that I have found in my travels.
Shane says I'm a good vibrator.
He didn't say good. He said I'm a great vibrator.
I said good.
I cannot confirm nor deny that fact.
Shane, is there a line to test this theory? Because there might be some of us that
stay tuned for the Holzer Files Season 2. We're vibrating at whole new levels this season.
Wow. Wow. Well, Dave, I know you it's like 1:25. We've been on here an hour and 25 minutes. I didn't know how long you wanted to hang around. I don't want to keep you if you've got something else to do. But we certainly enjoyed having you here. You're an amazing guy. Fantastic. The Dave is awesome. We would love to have you back. Maybe after episode 2 season 2 has gone through, and maybe get you to come on and do some Q&A with some of the folks about that. That would be awesome.
Filming again quick for the.
Well, we're hoping the whole world gets set back right properly and not too fast. I don't want to see a quick wave of overexcitement getting people out there, and listen, none of us really have an answer right now. None of us really know what's going on, and I don't think anybody does, government or not. You can call it a hoax, you can call it a true pandemic, but I don't think we really have a full understanding of what's happening. What I do know is that I have 3 people in my life that are immunosuppressed, and I just want them to be safe. That's my whole thing. Is I just want my family and friends safe through all of this.
Right.
So I'm willing to take a little longer and keep it that way if possible.
That's right. Preach it, friend.
Real quick, there's let's see, Barry Mars says, in a Ghost Adventures episode that you were in not too long ago, Zach Baggins dropped you off in some high point in the desert. What was the outcome for yourself in that moment?
I died. Well, if you saw the episode, you know what happened. Although they do just kind of, I don't know if they ever show them coming back up to get me. We did an episode called The Stardust Ranch, and I was working behind the scenes on Ghost Adventures for 3 years as a location scout and finding stories. Mm-hmm. And on my radio show, Darkness Radio, we had interviewed this guy that owned the Stardust Ranch in Utah? New Mexico, I think. And we did the interview with him, and it sounded crazy. And Zach said, I'd love to have a place that's like Skinwalker Ranch. And I said, well, I just looked at this guy, and he said, great. He goes, let's talk to him. You want to be a part of this? I'm like, yeah, the guy's got ghosts and demons and portals and aliens. And while we were out there, the guy talked about the mountain across the way where the big motherships had been seen going over. And I was telling Billy Tolley, I said, boy, I'd love to get, I don't want to say abducted, but I'd love to get picked up and taken on a spaceship. And so he mentions it to Zach, and in the episode, Zach, you want to get abducted? I said, well, I don't want to get abducted. You want to get abducted? You want to go up there? I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to get abducted. He said, well, what if we go put you up there on the mountain by yourself? I'm like, sure, let's do it. We go up there, and I turned over my walkie-talkie and my cell phone. And he's like, Dave, what are you doing? What if there's an emergency? I said, listen, if these are intelligent beings, they're going to know if I have a way to call for help. Right. I want to be isolated and alone up here. So I turned over everything to them, and I stood there, and I could hear footsteps walking around on the other side from me. You can hear it on the TV episode, crunching around in the rock bed, and there's nothing there. We saw a light come over and I videotaped it with the night vision binoculars. We saw a light come over, and it stopped, and then boom, it was gone like a shot. So I had some cool experiences. Everybody's like, Dave, you have balls of steel. You went up there by yourself. And I'm like, let's think about this. Down in the house, there are aliens and demonic forces raping the woman that lives there. They are fighting this guy and attacking him. Portals open and strange creatures come out. It's brutal down there. What do they see over on the mountain? Lights go over it. I was in the safest place. I'll take lights going over me any day over, anal intrusion by an alien or a poltergeist. So
you were the smartest man on that set.
Yeah, Richard says, "Oh, Dave, you are so brave."
I don't think Dave said it like that, Ted.
He said, "Oh, Dave, you're so brave." I think that's how he said it, with a little.
Okay, all right.
So brave.
Well, he missed. He didn't put the Dave was brave. No, I feel like we're reading a child's book, but still, it works.
Oh, Dave, you so brave. Dave, got to come down a little. I'm just kidding.
He's the Dave. What do you expect?
The Dave. True. What do you expect?
Can't fight that kind of logic.
Right. I like it.
Awesome. Oh my God. I really don't want to keep you here if you have to go.
Obviously, you want me to go because you keep bringing it up. All right.
No.
Honey, come on downstairs. There's a fire. Oh, my wife's calling me anyway, so I got to get going.
No.
Well, thanks for having me. I've had a good time. I hope you two have as well. It's been great talking to you, Tom and Carol. And anytime you come back and visit with your show, just let me know.
That's so funny. No, Eddie, did you think that he had to leave by 9:30?
Oh, when we were talking off air, he asked how long the show was, and I didn't want to keep him if he had something, because I know how we get. We ramble, and then
we're fun. That's why, Dave.
I'm just being polite. I mean, come on,
No,
you're more than welcome to stay.
No, but I made plans with my family because I thought I was only on for 90. Had you told me you wanted me longer, I'd have made it longer. But it was like 60 or 90 minutes.
Well, I did say if an hour is okay with you, that's fine.
It's like that scene from Caddyshack when Chevy Chase gets in there by Bill Murray, and Bill Murray goes, "Oh yeah, you got a pool over there." Well, a pool and a pond. Pond would be good for you, Dave. 60, 90 minutes, maybe 60. He just wanted me out the door. If there's any more quick questions, I'll be happy to answer them. How about that?
Okay.
We'll do a couple of quick answers from Rudolph.
Dave knows all. Go ahead, Cindy. What were you going to say?
I've seen him make snow angels on Facebook.
It's true.
Richard Johnson said that.
Kelly said, Kelly. There you go. Anyway, Shane.
He went to, but length has nothing to do with the ability to make children.
Yeah, exactly. Shane says it was fun, guys.
Thanks.
Shane, we would love to have you back anytime. Dave, you too. Anytime you guys want to come back.
We wanted both of you guys together at the same time because you guys are funny.
That's going to cost you.
That's going to cost us.
There is a quick question here from Christy London that asked, plans for the future?
Yes.
Christy,
I'm not planning on quitting right after I hang up with you guys. So yeah, I've got plans for the future. You have many people that are like, after this interview, nope, I'm taking myself out back and that's it.
Oh my God.
No, yeah. My plans are I'm working on a book. I'm going to keep filming ghost hunters. No, I'm not. Hang on, let me wring the last alcohol out of this jar.
He's verklempt a little here. Yeah.
I'm going to keep filming on the Holzer Files, and hopefully we'll be doing this for many, many seasons. So you guys keep watching the Holzer Files. If you haven't watched it, you can get it at iTunes. You can watch it on YouTube. You can find it on the Travel Channel Go app. So there's many different ways to get it.
Yeah. And Barry, we will definitely get Dave back if he's willing. So that's cool. And of course, Shane, no. Okay. Shane. Did you see his comment? He was like, wow, guys. And you thought I was bad because we had a blast with Shane. And, like I said,
he had a bigger blast with me, didn't you?
I'm not getting in the middle of that one, but you were pretty funny. Shane did have to deal with a tattoo gun going off, and a lot of other things at the time. So
we had fun with Shane though too. He made us laugh too.
Right.
Well,
Jeff
everything
says,
he knows you learn from me.
There Perfect. You go. Jeff says, good show. Love you, Dave. Everyone be safe and healthy out there with the viral apocalypse. You know what's next? Zombies. That's what's next.
I'm hoping it's monkeys running the world.
No, we already have monkeys running the world.
I thought they were reptiles to you, Cindy. I thought they were reptiles.
They are. He's a monkey too, for fuck's sake.
Well, everybody, have a good night. Thanks for having me on the show. I will talk to you guys again soon. Be safe, be cool, be kind to one another. Remember to check out Darkness Radio, the best in paranormal talk radio, every Saturday and Sunday, and buy my sister's tea, snarkytea.com, and the Holzer Files on Travel Channel. And go get yourself official Shane Pittman gear, because he's selling it at ShanePittmanDesperation.com, I think. I can't remember the name of the website. Love you guys. Be safe.
Thanks, Dave.
So much. He's so funny.
Oh, my God. He was hilarious.
Shane, we love you, too. We love you, too. May the force be with you all.
Yeah, because Shane was like, so I was better, Dave.
I saw that. He's funny.
They're both very funny. They're both great guys. And I definitely think that between Shane and Dave, having them both come up together here on Paratalk Radio, I think it would be an amazing show. And so let's take the last few minutes here, Cindy.
He's over there laughing. He's going, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's not what my wife says.
That is so funny.
But Dave, yes, thank you so much for joining us here, and hopefully we can get you and Shane both on here after season 2 has gone through, because I'd love to. Cindy and I would love to have you guys back. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, normally in the beginning of the show, Cindy and I would take a few minutes and talk about. Oh, nice.
Dude, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, son of a bit. Normally in the beginning of the show, we have a few minutes to talk to each other to kind of explain what's been going on, since we don't get to see each other because of this epidemic. Yeah, and she had some issues also, so she wasn't here in the beginning. But Cindy, so tell me what's going on with you lately. Let's take a few minutes and do our normal thing from the front to the rear. Yeah,
from the front to the back.
Yeah, to the back. To the back.
To
the back.
To
the back. Yeah. So what's happening?
I am doing my readings. I have been making videos. I have not done any lives lately, the last couple of weeks. I've just been drained, and you're clapping that I haven't done any lives? No, I have to do some. I have to do some lives.
Right.
The kids are, thank God they're funny. Really,
because if they weren't funny, you probably would have killed them and strung them up a long time ago, right?
I mean, for real.
Yeah, for real.
They are funny. They're very funny kids, but they're also so cute. I probably couldn't hurt them because they're adorable.
Cindy, talk with or do something quick. I got to go answer the door.
Okay.
Somebody's knocking.
Somebody's knocking. Come on, you guys can finish it up. I wish I could have the power to pull people up, because that would be so much fun. But I don't, because Teddy has that power. Pizza guy, ding ding. That was pretty funny. I love it. Richard Johnson, by the way, your name is fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to look at comments really quick. Okay, so what was she saying about Alaska, though? Come to Alaska, please. Anchorage. Oh, she wants Dave and everybody to go to Alaska. Should I let him in? Lord, it's the devil. Would you look at him? See, I'm thinking lyrics. You guys have been warned. Listen, I can do this on my own. If only I could. Well, I have all my tarot cards here next to me. I don't know what to say now. I have, so what did I have? So I was running like a lunatic earlier. I like the little emoji. I was running like a lunatic earlier. I had to take my car into the shop, and it had to be staying there in quarantine. And they said they couldn't release it until tomorrow if it would be okay. I'll just make myself laugh, you guys. It's fine. Let's see. So I had to take my mom out. I heard the door. Who is knocking?
That was a little weird. That was Shane Pittman selling Girl Scout cookies. That was a little strange, but it
was very strange.
It was very strange, you know. But
Richard Johnson thought it was the pizza guy.
Yeah, no, that was Shane Pittman selling Girl Scout cookies. That was a little strange, you know, but it was fun. I told him Yeah, this is the second night in a row my neighbors come over around this time, if not a little later. I think last night was later. His dog ran away, and he still hasn't found his dog in 4 days now.
Oh, my gosh.
So I asked if I had seen the dog today, and I'm like, no. All right, I haven't seen him in a couple days, so, you know, stop knocking on my door.
The aliens got him.
Oh, man. No, wait. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, guys. I've been excited about doing this interview all along.
That's awesome. Hey, did you hear the news? Somebody was knocking on my door. I went to go check it out, and it was actually Shane Pittman selling Girl Scout cookies. It was amazing.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see his outfit, is what I told him.
Hey, I did want to mention before I forget, guys, in case you didn't know, I will be a part of this on the 13th, but the darkzone.tv is doing a live stream event from the Conjuring house. The family is in lockdown and isolation in this very haunted house, and they're giving unprecedented access to the Conjuring house. They have cameras set up. They have live experiments they're going to be doing every day. I think it's like $10 if you sign up now, $20 if you wait and sign up after it starts. But it's the 9th through the 16th, and you can go to thedarkzone.tv, and watch all of this, be a part of it. I'm going to pop on and do a live video stream on Wednesday the 13th and talk to the family and hear what's been going on.
Wow. So, I didn't know anything was going on over there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to let you know about it, because I totally forgot that slipped my mind. It's such a cool opportunity. So make sure that you do alert people to that so they can go sign up. I think starting now, I believe the pre-sale tickets are on sale, so you can go in there and watch it and live stream it. And
yeah, definitely.
Protect yourself.
What?
You have to protect yourself. I just heard that.
Why didn't you tell me that before I started having kids?
I didn't know you then.
11 kids. Protection would have been good information then. Psychic.
Right, Dave. I mean, maybe you should have just understood that. You wrap that little guy up, it stops things from happening.
What?
Never heard of that before.
Is this coming from the same woman who 45 minutes ago just said, I just want to rub your head, Dave?
I do.
See how things spontaneously happen, Psychic Cindy? Sometimes you're not always ready for those moments of head rubbing pleasure. I don't know. Check out the Dark Zone TV. Or the DarkZone.tv.
Steal you.
All right.
I want her to think I'm trying to steal you.
So thank you, Dave. Thanks for coming back and telling us. I'll definitely get that up there for you, and I'll get a chance. I'll definitely look into it. And,
seriously, protect yourself. Your monitors, your cell phones, whatever you're using. Seriously.
Okay.
Jeez, pushy, isn't she?
I am.
Yeah, I have to deal with this every Monday.
I wanted to talk about that. I'm glad that you guys do that, because Teddy knows I'm like a broken record. Like it's important and imperative for me, like that you guys are protecting yourselves. Like,
he did tell me that beforehand. She's like a broken record, Dave. So,
Dave, Shane was on here a couple of minutes and said a few things, called you a really bad name, and then you know. But just let you know, I'm just picking. So, but no, I did tell Shane though that we'd love to have both of you after season 2 to have you guys come on. So that'd be great to have you guys back.
Sure.
Have fun tonight, man.
All right,
go visit your family.
You are fun and a joy, and I think you're hysterical, and I can't wait to meet you in person. And next February, you should come to Winter Parafest.
March. It's March.
In all honesty, just let me tell you guys, I have been the best part of the show tonight, so thank you for having me. And dear Dave Schrader, you're such an arrogant asshole. These poor people are inviting you on, and you talk about how good you are.
Well, Dave. The Dave was probably one of the best guests we've ever had on here. I will say that. He was very down to earth, a lot of fun, and yes, he. Wait! I got this for you.
Well, you all heard it here. Ted just gave me the clap.
Oh, that's the last time I'm doing that for him.
Oh my God, I loved watching you getting the clap.
Wow. That's too much.
That's hysterical. He's so funny.
Oh, he's great. I love it.
I really enjoyed him.
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, that damn noise.
Yes, Christy, we need him at Parafest, right?
Yeah, I think having him at Parafest would be amazing.
I know. After party. Woo, woo.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? Especially taking him down to the Avondale with everybody down there. That would be a blast. Oh, my God. It would be amazing. It would be amazing.
The dark side of the Force is calling you.
Am I the only one hearing that? So this is my new computer. Do you like it? Does it look okay?
Yeah, I like it. I think you need to just get something as in some type of light in the front.
I did. Well, I did. I mean, I can
better.
Put it down this way if it's better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, see, I have an extra light, but it doesn't do a whole lot. A little.
Well, the funny part is I see how dark my camera makes me look. And normally my dining room light, I don't need to do anything normally. Like when I'm using my phone or something, I don't need to put extra lights on because I do have my little diva ring. That's what I have right here.
Nice.
You can see it in my glasses, right?
Your diva ring?
My diva ring. You can see the lights. You can see them right in my glasses.
Barry March is like, of course he was there with us at the Avondale. He's like, can you imagine Dave shooting darts? Because I was going to tell him about Trent because he was talking about the Bigfoot thing. Him and Trent should hook up.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I wish he had told us his story.
Yeah. But, so you explained what's going on with you. So,
I told everybody how I had to go run around today with my mom because my mom had to meet me at the mechanics. And the mechanic called and said, now my car is in quarantine.
Your car is in quarantine.
My car is in quarantine, and they were holding it there until tomorrow. That's fantastic.
I just wanted to say what a big fan of your show I am, and especially now that you've had Darkness Radio's Dave Schrader on.
That's awesome. Thank you. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Boba Fett, everybody. That's fantastic.
Oh, my God.
That was amazing.
Shit, he popped out again. I didn't get a chance to tell him about Trent. Damn it.
Oh, damn it, Dave. Get back in here.
Damn. God, that was great, though. Oh, my God.
Dave Schrader.
Calling Dave Schrader. Oh my God, that's funny. So I will say honestly, he is amazing. The guy has got a great sense of humor, and
fantastic.
He's amazing.
Yeah, Dave Fett.
Biggie thought.
What? Joe Chase, this is better than late night TV.
Please.
Oh my gosh, we have so much fun.
Night, Christy. Don't worry, Ted. The Dave will be back.
The Dave will be back.
Barry's like, my tummy hurts.
We like that.
So, guys, if you enjoyed the show tonight, please go over and like and share, and go over to our YouTube page and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment, or what the hell was that?
That was dancing on that.
Oh, I was like, Jesus! I'm like, what the hell? I'm hearing noises now. I'm hearing voices. I'm like, what the hell?
We do have shit that happens in this house.
Well, that's like me. I mean, because late night with Talk with Teddy for my late show, I'll be sitting here, we're talking, doing the interview, and all of a sudden the door, my bedroom door will be, you'll hear knock, knock, knock.
No, right, because you and I were on the phone that one night.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, who the hell's at the door? So, and it happens all the time. So, but go over to our Facebook page, and what's that? What do they call that?
Pages, Psychic Cindy on Facebook, and The Psychic Cindy on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Yep, and there you go. And check out Talk with Teddy. Most nights, actually, we're going to
Taco Teddy. It's
Taco
with Teddy.
Yes, Talk with Teddy. We like
for Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, and we actually have a Native American on tomorrow night that's going to be singing. I'm hoping he's going to sing one of their songs. We are going to be talking about that stuff, and I do have a really cool guest host tomorrow night, which is Kat Hobson. She will be joining me tomorrow night, and we're going to have a little fun there as well. And I think it's Friday the 9th. Isn't Friday the 9th? I think so.
That might be Saturday.
Okay, so whatever Friday night is, you guys want to tune in to Talk with Teddy, because we are having 3 drag queens on from different states. They're going to be joining us, and I'm not sure if they're doing a show live, but we are going to be talking to them about.
The 9th is on Saturday.
Okay, so let me see if I can get out of my
phone.
So
sad. The Quartz Festival is not going to be going on this weekend, obviously. I'm Batman.
Hey, guys. How long are you going to be tying up this line? The Super Friends have reserved this room for an important meeting.
Well, Batman, do me a favor and tell Dave Schrader that I have a contact for him named Trent Nielsen from Naked and Afraid, and he has some experiences that I think Dave would love to hear, especially Bigfoot.
I'm Batman.
I don't know who this Dave fella is, but if I run into him, I'll let him know.
Okay, Batman.
It's brought to you by snarkyt.com.
Snarky.
Oh God,
oh geez.
I should mail him my pimp hat so he can come up. Could you see him in a pimp hat and a big old?
Oh my God.
Fur coat. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. But anyways, what was I doing? I forgot what the hell I was doing. Talk with Teddy. Oh, it is
Saturday the 9th.
Yes, it is Saturday the 9th. Oh no, it's not. I lied.
Wait, what?
I lied. It's Friday the 8th. Friday the 8th is we have the drag queens on
at 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock, yes. And then
I want to see the drag queens.
Then the 9th, on Talk with Teddy, if you guys are interested, it is Venus, Venus, versus Peanuts, which is Penus, and it is men versus women. And it's kind of an adult talk show where we're going to kind of learn some secrets from each other and find out who's lying and who's telling the truth. So you want to make sure to join us on that one as well. And it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I put a new video up last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did a tarot flip through. Well, it's oracle cards for the Moonology oracle cards. I did a.
Oh, nice.
And I made 2 more videos for 2 more decks, but I'm not putting them out every single night. I'm doing them like once a week.
Cool.
So I'll have like 13 videos. Toto coming out because I have 13 decks.
The guys, go on over and check out WLFEDB.com. Check out their their YouTube page. Jesus, as well.
You hear my background, right?
Yeah, Tuesday night is going to be a great show with Where's My Sage. They are part of WLFE's network. They're going to be talking to a paranormal team that has some really cool experiences. So make sure you get over and watch Where's My Sage. That's on at 8 o'clock from 8 to 10. Right there on WLFE radio on Facebook. So it's facebook.com WLFE.
My cousin went on and she got a reading from Christy.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. I wasn't able to get over there and watch because I was doing something else at the time, but I want to catch them on Tuesday, tomorrow night, you guys.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. You come out and go over and check them out. I do want to, I didn't get a chance to tell you what's going on with me. There's a lot going on. I am running the network right now for John. There's a lot of shows and new things that are happening for WLFE. But I actually would like you guys to hang tight for just a moment and watch a little video that I have here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ted Vanson Jr., and I am a huge John Wayne fan. A Quiet Man, which was one of his iconic movies, was shot and filmed in Ireland. Well, let me tell you something, folks. I'm inviting you to join me in Ireland. And before you say you can't afford it, yes, you can. The company that I am doing this with is called MysteriousAdventureTours.com. I want you to email them. Check out their website, but email them at MysteriousAdventureTours@gmail.com. They have installment plans where you can put so much away to go to this trip until it's paid for. You have a whole year to do it because we're going June 15th through the 23rd, 2021. Summer solstice. Amazing. Ireland, summer solstice. What's better than that? Wait. I told you what was better. It's a quiet man's journey. We're going to the locations where they filmed The Quiet Man. That's amazing, right? Folks, you can afford this trip. Again, contact MysteriousAdventureTours.com. All right? Shortly, a video is going to be coming up here after me, and I would like you to watch it, check out the information at the end, and do yourself a favor and contact them. Join me in 2021 for the summer solstice and for A Quiet Man's Journey. We'll see you there. So that's what's going on with me. Isn't that awesome?
Awesome! That was fantastic, Teddy. I love that video.
Yeah, it's so that's what I've been working on with MysteriousAdventureTour.com. So yeah, it's
I wish you guys had made it so I could go.
Yeah, you can go.
What's that?
It's a year away, honey. There's still.
But my sons are still in school. That's the problem.
Well, don't forget that there's the following year is Scotland, The year after that is Romania and Dracula's Castle. So there's going to be plenty of ones
I
coming.
want to
So.
go there. Yes, indeed.
So
Transylvania.
yeah. So guys, it is a trip that's affordable, and you guys can join me, and we're just going to have a good time.
Do you have some place that has the prices listed for everybody? So they can go and
Actually, it's actually pretty cheap, especially since now with this whole COVID thing, people can actually book their flights now. And the flights are really cheap. They're only like $500, and that's round trip. Yeah, so it's like $1,700, but you have to pay for your own trip, your own flight. So you're talking $2,200 for a week in Ireland and your flight. So it's not too bad. And they have installment plans, like I was saying in the video, that basically, you can call them, get it all set up, and start sending them money every month. You have a whole year to pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's very affordable. And I can't wait. I would love to see more people come and hang out. We're going to be doing some singing on this little trip. There's also going to be some Irish things we're going to be experiencing, as well as some of the Irish singing in the pubs. We're going to be visiting a place that's 500 actually 500 years older than the pyramids. So
what is this place?
It's like I can't tell you what it's actually called, but it's kind of like the pyramids, but it's a round figure, and it's 500 years older, which is great. So
is that what it showed in the thing?
Yeah, great show tonight with Dave. I didn't expect him to have this great sense of humor. I think you have to get him and Chris DeCesare together. Oh my God, that would be great. My tummy would definitely hurt during the episode. Yeah, that would be
two of them. That would be
awesome. But guys, we just ran over our little mark here. But we want to say, Cindy, it was an awesome show, and I miss you. I love you. Thank you so much for.
I do. I miss you, Teddy.
Yeah.
I want to see you, and I want to hug you.
Yeah, I know.
I hugged John. I threw myself on him.
Did you? He loved it. I know he did. John, he loved it.
He did. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
I miss my friends. I miss you guys so much.
I've seen, this is real quick before we have to go, but I have seen people that have been locked up. In fact, there was just a husband killed his own kid or his own wife or something because they've been locked up in the house like for this whole time.
What?
Yeah. He actually went a little cuckoo and killed his own family member of some type, and I really think that a lot of that stuff is bad. You can still go outside, you still, social distancing, go out and plant the garden. That's the perfect, now's the time. I just planted rhubarb day before yesterday. So, and I have strawberries that I planted and, stuff like that. And you just got to get out there and keep yourself busy. There's no reason to go to you don't want to do.
The dark side of the force is calling you.
Yeah, you don't need to go that way. You really don't.
The thing is, excuse me. I'm sorry. So we've heard that there's either going to be two. It's either going to be one side of the pendulum or the other. One side or the scales, right? The balance scales.
Mm-hmm.
One is that there's going to be a ton of babies born.
Right.
Number two is that there's going to be a lot of divorces.
Yeah.
That's what everybody.
Yeah, and that's.
We don't want murder.
No, we don't.
Or suicides.
Yeah. Nick says, fantastic job. Was a lot of fun. Loved it. Keep up the good work. Barry says, great show tonight, guys. So it's awesome. Yeah.
You guys helped make it great, though. You guys, you participating in the show helps make it great. It really does.
What was that?
So funny.
Definitely. All right. Well, I think we're going to get out of here. And Cindy, we'll talk soon.
I miss you, honey.
Yeah, I miss you too. Stay healthy.
Yeah. Stop falling downstairs.
Oh, my God. You too. You're going to give me shit. I didn't do it on purpose.
Those stairs are there.
Yeah, I know. It was really bad today because we had gotten a 15-yard dumpster, and we were cleaning out. Underneath me is the garage, 2-car garage, and we were cleaning out things. My parents have been collecting for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to clean up stuff. And I hurt myself today a little bit too. But
after falling, you mean?
Yeah, just being on my ankle for the whole time, cleaning and moving stuff out to the dumpster and stuff like that. But it was well worth it. Unfortunately, we filled that dumpster with
good job.
3/4 of the garage. There's still a lot in there. And I still have 3 other rooms to clean. So I had to order another.
That's amazing. You should pat yourself on the back for that, though.
I won't go any further right now.
Go take a hot shower, Teddy Poo Poo.
So, but next week, I forgot who's on the show. Anyways, Paratalk Radio on Facebook. It's facebook.com, capital P, A-R-A, capital T, A-L-K, capital R, as in radio, A-D-I-O, just in case you need me to spell it out. So make sure you go over to Facebook, put in Paratalk Radio, and please like and share, and always recommend us. Give us 5 stars, please, and please. Whoop. And we will do our best to keep pouring ourselves out to anywhere and everywhere, and hopefully you guys
like it.
Yes, and hopefully, yes, old age does suck, Richard. Thank you for sharing. It does. Yeah, it does.
Poor Teddy. Poor Teddy.
Oh. Anyways. All right, so we're going to get out of here. Folks, thank you again for joining us here and being a part of our lives every Monday. We do appreciate you guys. We don't say that very often, but we really do. All right.
You guys mean a lot to us.
Yes, you do. Without you, we would not be here.
Yeah.
Period.
And
so
keep watching.
That's right. So remember, folks, be safe and take care of one another. And wherever there is darkness, there is always
delight.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.